Hello there. I don't know if you can see me. Maybe I'll put it on top of the grease box. It's a very hot, sweaty day in Scotland. It's unbelievably hot. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Anyway, this is the IF project. Well, actually, this isn't the IF project. This is the Albert Finney Project, because I bought this bike in Hong Kong in 1985, I think it was, or 86, from a military policeman called Albert Finney. So I called it Albert Finney. I had the bike for some years. I brought it back to England. And then I sold it to a very good friend of mine, Robert Locke, who is the current owner. And it's come here for a little bit of TLC. The wheels are rotten. The rims are absolutely done. The spokes were done. It was just generally very untidy. It had been installed in a damp shed. I think it had been covered in water for quite some time, actually, because it was looking really... a lot of corrosion damage. It's taken a lot of cleaning up. But she's coming together, and I'm going to show you what I've got to so far. I don't even know if you can see me, it's probably just got the bottom of my beard, but I don't know. Anyway, here she is. This is a 1971 BSA Thunderbolt. It's still, I mean, you can see the wheels here, look. They're on. The rims I had to strip the paint off the hubs, and I decided to paint them because I have polished them in the past, but it doesn't last that long. So I thought, in view of longevity, I thought it's got stainless rims, stainless spokes. I've done a bit of tidying up of the frame because there's some parts of the frame that are very visible, like the front down tubes, which I don't like when they're not. I haven't quite finished, as you can see. There's a few marks there. Some of it hasn't come out that well under the seat. That's not great. And I got a reaction down here on the swing arm, so I'm going to have to rub it down and redo that. But it's coming together. I had to weld on a side stand lug. Oh, I didn't have to weld it on. I got a local garage to do it. I made up the fitting. I made up a jig to get the angle right, and the angle is absolutely spot on. It couldn't be better, and they did a lovely job of that. I don't know if you can see that the sun's shining right on it, so it's a little bit weird, but they've almost sculpted it into the frame, which I think is a lovely job. Centre stand is on, new spring, side stand is on. Old spring, from mine actually. I've taken side panels off because they needed painting. The idea of this bike is not for it to be a concours restoration, just to be a good tidy daily runner. Engine, I cleaned it up, I put on new, painted the barrels. I just masked it off and painted them, because the alternative was taking them off, which is just a pain. Unfortunately nicked a bit on the side there with the wire brush when I was cleaning up the frame. But, it's looking pretty clean. It's going to look nice. I was contemplating putting it back in the frame, but the trouble is with the frame is it's still a bit tacky from the paint, so I don't think I'm going to do it quite yet. Patience is what it's all about in this situation. I don't know if you can see this, Rob. It's not the ideal spot, and the sun's shining on it in a weird way. But you can see that the bars are painted. Cleaned up the head a bit. Cleaned up the crankcases. These down tubes, I sanded a lot of this stuff down. The headstock had been welded. It didn't look very pretty, but actually it was surprisingly solid. So I ground it off. I've got the angle, I think, about right, and painted that. And yeah, as I say, I did paint this side panel in situ. It's got some deep cracks in it because there's obviously a very, I think probably somebody must have used a primer filler for the base coat, and it's sun dried and cracked. But I've done the side panels. I've no idea what I'm looking at because the sun's right in my face. There's the other one of the side panels there. There's another one there, just baking in the sun. Not the greatest, but it'll look good. The bike will look pretty sharp and pretty tidy once it's all back together. It'll look like it's been loved rather than left and bound to rot for the rest of its life. And as you can see, I've got a new hub on the back there. It needs a wash. I thought there was a spacer in it, but I could be wrong. This bike came without the spacer and without the washer on the wheel spindle. But I'm pretty sure there's a spacer between the adjuster and the speedo drive. But as I say, when it arrived, it didn't have it. This has always bothered me ever since I've had this bike. Somebody drilled the hole off centre, so this thing is skewed. So I might have a go at that. I don't know. It's part of the character in a way. Yeah, too bad about that reaction of the swing arm there. But that's okay. I'll sand it and give it another quick shot with some top coat. It'll probably actually look fine. Amazing, really, because it's probably been on there for donkey's years, that base coat, but it just reacted because it's different paint. So yeah, it's coming together. It's going to actually look pretty good, I think, when it's all done. The tank's over there. There's my engine from the If project down there. Those are Rob's old wheels. This tank. This is my new wheel. I bought the rim from eBay. 30 quid, which I didn't think was too bad, and laced in some stainless spokes, painted the hub. This actually was quite fiddly because of the spoke pattern. It's really odd on this one. There's a massive spread between, it's like 2, 3, well actually yeah, they are in 4s. The spokes are normally spaced into groups of 4, so yeah, but this was a kind of a weird one to do, but anyway, I got it done in the end. These were easy. Well, when I say easy, they're fiddly as hell. I never enjoy wheel building because it's, well, I sort of do and I sort of don't. So yeah, that's basically just a matter now of just carrying on, get the engine back in, clean it up, and yeah, she'll be back running before you know it. Oh, there's the only top yoke there, Rob. But as you can see, it needs the pinch bolt. It's 3/8, I don't know what that is, an inch and a quarter probably. Yeah, a lot of cleaning up to do. I always find with these kind of things that it's 50% cleaning up and 50% work. It's amazing how long it takes to clean things up. But when the engine's back in, it should actually start to all look very, very tidy. So yeah, I can't wait. Okay, what can you expect, Rob? So yeah, I did do the seat loop as well. I just ground off all the rusty spots around there. Because it was pretty rusty in places. As I say, it's not a restoration job. I mean, I could have taken the whole frame to pieces, taken everything off it, wiring off it, rubbed it all down, sanded it, and painted it properly like the A65, my A65 frame over there. But that's a massive amount of labour, and of course doesn't come cheap because I'm worth it. So there we go. The old Albert Finney Project and the If project all coming along. The If project, I've got more rims there to paint, so yep, she's coming together and I'm starting to get very encouraged. So that's it for now, Rob. Oh, there's your card brush. I need a card brush at top, the new one, because I don't have it. I see this from the parks, it's all gummed up. It didn't take long for that fuel to turn bad, and the taps on the gas tank are pretty seized, so I'm going to take those off, I think, and just soak them in something acetone probably, I don't know. And actually acetone might react with the neoprene. I'll see. Alcohol maybe. But yeah. So when the side panels are back on, the engine's back in, and the exhausts are on. Oh, I have to show you the exhaust because I cleaned those up as well. The exhaust and the headers are all cleaned up. Oh, they're down there actually. They were upright, but they fell over. And God knows what I've done with the headers, but they're around here somewhere. Where the hell are the headers? They're probably in that. Oh, they're in that box. But I did clean them up. They're actually fairly new. Well, they were new 10 years ago, I suppose. 15 years ago, I don't know. So they're actually in good shape. So yes, that's about it for now. All right. Yes, I can't wait.